Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you have come here. If you happen to have come here on purpose or you stumbled across the Word Church, we're glad that you're here because we know every word matters. I'm excited to introduce to you this summer word series at the movies. Yes, at the movies, where we actually look at movies, we look at their titles, we look at the storylines, the plots, the characters, and go behind and see exactly what God is saying to us. Now take a seat, go and get you some popcorn if you need it, and get prepared to hear this Sunday's message already in progress. God bless you. Summer Word Series, man, we will continue to do at the movies. We started off with Lion King. I actually saw Lion King 2 times. I went with my wife to go and check it out and make sure that it was, what it was, Lion King came out when we were kids, and, I just wanted to go see it, and just, enjoy myself, And then I had to go see it again this week. With my movie buddy. What you laughing at? She called me, heard you talking about racing. Before your race gets started, let's go to the movies. Okay, Bayla, let's go to the movies. It's a good movie, man. Bayla enjoyed it. A whole bunch of singing. Man, my heart goes out to all y'all, man, that got little kids, man. I got a 15-year-old and 21-year-old. Only thing I kind of deal with them with is, hey, man, do these shoes go with this? Would you wear this shirt with that? That's probably about the most I deal with them. Bayla, showed me that the Lord knew that in this season of my life, a child that age, it was not in my cards. Oh, but for you that have those that make up our kids' world, I'm praying for you. I know you are yet waiting until that first day of school. I'm gonna like all y'all pictures on the first day. Cause you're not really taking a picture of the uniform. You just letting people know they out my house now. Woo! Bayla was like, Bayla, do you have to sing so loud? I can't. And Bayla, she had like an old time. She's a mess, man. I love her though. We're gonna go see Toy Story 4 because I need to preach that too. So we're gonna go see Toy Story 4. We moved from there and we preached about the upside because there's always an upside to every situation. Even when it seems like you're in a downside, there's an upside. And then last week, man, I think it's probably one of my better sermons, talked about us. Dealing with the inner me that's my enemy. If you didn't catch any of these messages, go to our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/The Word Church, and you'll be able to see all of these messages plus some more. All right, man, so let's get into today's movie. Let's pay attention to the screens for the trailer.
Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi, I can't seem to leave a wink for someone.
Okay, I'm looking at your profile. You left a lot of this stuff blank.
Well, I haven't really been anywhere noteworthy or mentionable.
Have you done anything noteworthy, mentionable?
We have ahead of us the privilege of publishing the very last issue of Life magazine.
Jumping up and down the floor.
And for the final issue, we just received -25 from Sean O'Connell for the cover.
It's 25.
It's not there.
I know.
Look what I found!
What's that?
Travel journal Dad gave me.
The son was an okay guy.
Hey,
They had a
Hey.
how was your weekend?
I had an awesome weekend.
The ice, Jace. She moves like a woman.
I'd like to climb your hair.
Oh, wow.
What is it you call it when he goes into one of his little places?
Oh, zoned out.
You do that now and then. What's the matter?
I lost a picture of it.
I like mysteries. You should go. Crack the case.
You were Sean's partner. You finish his work.
Where do we land? Reno! There's a fin here! You are safe! That's a shark! That's what I said!
Life is about courage and going into the unknown.
Hey man, where are you now?
Himalayas? I'm gonna keep this short. I have to make oxygen choices.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Y'all can go back. This movie actually is an amazing movie. It's different. It's not typical movie that I think many of us would watch. I told the first service, I said, if I could give, Mama D 5 minutes to sing in that order, I definitely can give this movie an opportunity to, went over a little bit better this service. First service, Sister Brother, like, who was Mama D? But it's actually an incredible movie. And I'm not going to be too long. It's a few things I want to point out from the movie. Actually, last week when we talked about us, I actually looked at a text. And we talked about the Apostle Paul. And we actually build from the text to look at how we can deal with us. But this particular movie, we're going to kind of go back to the format that we had with Lion King and with The Upside and look at lessons that we learned from the movie. To give you a quick backdrop about this movie, the story is about Walter Mitty, and he's a shy guy who works as a photo analyst for Life magazine. And he spends more time living in his head than in reality. I want you to hold on to that. He lives more in his head than in reality. He has a crush on a colleague, but he is afraid to try and get her attention and has various episodes of daydreaming where, as his mom said, he zones out and imagines something amazing is happening at that point in time. I've already piqued about 5 or 6 of you all interest because you can kind of see a little bit of yourself in Walter Mitty. You have an amazing picture, amazing daydream of where you want to stay, what you want to drive. You have a walking vision board that's in your head, but reality doesn't match with it. The movie goes in this way where Walter is looking for a negative, and the negative is lost. And from that negative that was taken by Sean O'Connell, that negative was going to be, once produced, it was going to be the cover of the Life magazine. So if he does not find this negative that is lost, he could lose his job. So he goes on this adventure to try to find this missing slide, doing something that he never would have done unless his job wasn't on the line. He is now forced to take action, and he actually ends up embarking upon an adventure which ends up being more amazing than anything he ever could have possibly imagined. And the adventure eventually becomes one of the most enlightening things that ever happens in his life. And actually, because he lost something, he was able to find himself. My goal today is that you don't have to lose nothing else. You've lost enough. You've lost relationships. You've lost friends. But even more importantly, you've lost time. But some of you all still haven't found yourself. And I say that, and it was a Facebook post that I posted, and Lady J always laughs at how my Facebook posts go. Now, man, I start talking about God and how He gonna break through, and coins coming from heaven, gonna hit you upside your head. It's like 79,000 likes in 5 minutes. Then when I say you got to get up and do something, God waiting on you, like 2 people like it. Like, wow. Just gonna scroll past that. I know you see it because you like the one from yesterday. But there was a post that I posted, and that post said that it would be a shame for you to die being somebody else and never meet the person that you were actually created to be. I grew up in this church, New Command Missionary Baptist Church, 104 30 and a half Hirsch Road, Houston, Texas, 77016. Pastor Foster was the pastor. Pastor Foster was very, very descriptive as he preached. Pastor Foster said one time, man, when you get to Helton, there's going to be a big screen. And you and God going to be able to watch your life from beginning to end. Made me a little nervous. I've been calling God, asking Him, man, hey, man, can you take that scene out? I don't want nobody to. Don't act like I'm the only one got some stuff we don't want nobody to see. See, stuff I don't want nobody to see, I did. You got stuff you don't want nobody to see you doing. No, man, Rem Falls say, man, you want God to be able to look at the screen after your life ends and look at you in the face and say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You fought a good fight. You kept the faith. You finished your course. That's what you want the Lord to say. You don't want the Lord to look at you and say, that's it? That's all you did. All you did was like pictures on Facebook and Instagram, talk about people's kids, and go to work every day and post on Facebook how you hated to be there and eat crawfish. That's all you did? God gonna be mad with some of us, man. I don't want to be mad. I want God to be pleased with the life that He has given me. And I believe because you and your name was on the wake-up list this morning, that there's still something that He wants you to do in your life. I think that's why He keeps giving us time. He keeps giving us time because He wants us to do something significant. Touch your neighbor and say, He wants you to do something significant. He wants us to do something significant with the time that we have. And there are some people that did some significant things in this world, and their vessels were emptied out, and they died, and they didn't live to see 70. They didn't live to see 80. Matter of fact, some of them didn't even live to see 40. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers. These people did not live to be old and gray, but the work that they did still speaks now as if they lived for decades and decades and decades. But we still have time to do something that is significant, not only in the earth realm, but also in the kingdom. There are some things that I learned from Walter Mitty, 5 things that I want to express to you today in hopes that you will live your best life. How to live your best life according to Walter Mitty. The first thing that you have to do is that you have to break free from your comfort zone. Walter was notorious for living in his head. And when he zoned out, you can go back to that slide that you were on. When he zoned out, he is brave, he is courageous, He can leap tall buildings in a single bound, and he lives as if he is a superhero, but in reality, he's nothing. Matter of fact, in the beginning of the trailer, he's trying to leave somebody a wink. And this is a dating app that if you see somebody you like, you wink at them. He calls customer service because he's been wanking away. But nobody's responding because his winks are not going through. And so they ask him, you didn't complete your profile. What do you like doing? Nothing. You have any hobbies? No. Like any type of music? No. So they were like, well, how are we supposed to promote you to other people when you have all of these questions unanswered? God is trying to promote somebody in here, but there's a whole bunch of questions that you're leaving blank. Because to answer those questions is going to demand that you leave your comfort zone. That you can't keep playing it, you can't keep playing it safe. Walter's life starts to transform when he gets outside of his comfort zone. He begins to be courageous, not just in his daydreams, but in his life. Getting outside of his comfort zone actually helped him experience life fully, and he began to find himself. This was a scripture in Deuteronomy. The transfer from Egypt to the promised land was supposed to be 11 days. It wasn't supposed to take a long time. We were just supposed to keep walking, and we were supposed to get from bondage to freedom, but it took 40 years. This is crazy because by way of the text, it suggests when they first got there, God said, y'all been here too long. I want you to kind of get this in your head and allow this to settle in your spirit. When they got there, God said, you've been here too long. It's some of us, and I think I've given this analogy before, it maybe had been at the box, so it's fresh for some of y'all. Some of y'all never even worshiped with us at our old location, so this is a fresh revelation. Some of us, we don't get to our destinations in time because we have elongated the rest stop period. Elongated. That's an SAT word. What does that mean, Pastor Jay? You stay at a place too long. That's why when we were growing up, we didn't have Buc-ee's. Said I went to Lufkin yesterday. I remember going to Lufkin when I was a kid. It seemed like it took forever. And they had little rest areas on side the road. You had somewhere where you can use the restroom. And you had 2 vending machines that was always empty. Now we got Buc-ee's. We going to get T-shirts. We taking pictures with the beaver. We buying purses we don't need. Brothers buying T-shirts. Well, I was at Buc-ee's. I got a T-shirt to prove it. And you are not even close to your destination. We're celebrating at a rest stop. Lord, who am I talking to? We're celebrating at a rest stop, and this is not the place where God has us to be. And God comes to the children of Israel and say, you just so happy to be away from Egypt that you are having a party in the wilderness. How you giving people a high five and you walking out of a check cashing place because you can't get a real checking account? Turning up saying that you ain't catching feelings, you catching flights, but it was a payday loan that sponsored the ticket. God said we have been here too long. It was 40 years ago. God comes and he said, all right, Moses, man, go and get these people out of here. Y'all been here too long. And that's why the generation had to die off. Because embracing the promised land was too much. That generation was comfortable being in Egypt because in Egypt, you got told when to wake up.
In Egypt, you got told when to go to sleep. In Egypt, you got told what to go to eat. Some of us have been so conditioned by slavery that we don't know how to be free. We've been in so many bad relationships that we don't even know how to appreciate a good one. You've stayed here long enough, and we have gotten into a place where we're comfortable, but we're not satisfied. We're comfortable, but we're not content. We're upset, we're miserable, but at least. And many of us are living on an at least. We can look and see that we've made a few steps forward, but we're not where God wants us to be, and we have gotten comfortable. Let me give you this quote. This is from Jack Ma. He's one of the founders of Alibaba. He said this: I told my son, there are people less qualified than you doing things you want to do simply because they decided to take action. Man, I hope y'all got y'all shout on doing praise and worship, because they gave y'all the business. So if y'all didn't shout then, I don't have nothing to make you shout now. But I promise you, if you apply this, it's going to help you live your best life. He said, I told my son, it's people that are not as qualified as you are. I'm not taking anything away from you. You're great. You are amazing. But if you are great and amazing sitting on a couch, it's people that had a C average, that get up every day and they work when everybody else is asleep, and they are lapping us up. And we got all of this great, amazing talent, and we're wondering why they are further along than us. It's because they are taking action. It's not coming to you. You got to go and get it. And stop waiting for somebody to give you something. Because when you keep waiting for somebody to give you something, you'll transfer in what you really believe in to get what you think that they got. Ah, Lord Jesus. This is my second point. You have to live courageously. Live courageously. Live courageously. Walter Mitty identified that when he got away from that desk, when he got away from those negatives, when he got away from those people, when he even got out of the house from his mother and his sister who was making fun of him for zoning out, when he got away from all of that he had gotten accustomed to and got into a new place, he could not fall back on what was traditional. He couldn't fall back on what he did. He had to live courageously. And for some of us, living courageously is just showing up to the places that we never thought that we could qualify to be in. Living courageously is going after things that we know on paper we don't qualify for. Living courageously is walking by faith and not by sight. Living courageously pushes me in front of those people who are living in fear. Look at what happened. God now comes to Joshua and he starts talking to Joshua. Next slide. As he's talking to Joshua, Moses has just died. And Joshua should have gotten up and led the people, but there was an interesting spot because he's trying to figure out, how do I step in Moses' shoes? Moses was such a great leader. He did so much. I don't want to fail him. I don't want to fail God. And he's hesitating. He's hesitating. He's hesitating. I said this to one of my cousins yesterday. She said, you know, I've had this moment where I sit back and I think about the things, if I could go back with the knowledge that I have now, what would I do different? And I told her one thing that I would do is I wouldn't live in perpetual hesitation. I eventually did what I felt God wanted me to do, but I didn't run at first. Had to test the water, had to put my foot in there. You know how some of y'all on y'all go swimming? Just put your foot in there. You don't jump all the way in because some of us can't swim. So we just, ooh, they walk cold. They walk cold. But when I got certified to swim at the YMCA on Wayside in Tidwell, when I got certified, I found out that on the outside, the water's always going to be cold when you're putting your foot in. It don't warm up until you step in. It's not going to change until you step in. You can't just keep putting your toe in, getting a sample of it, and think that that's going to be enough to shift it. The only way it's going to shift until you jump in with courage. Feet first. I'm going in with me and God. If I don't have nothing else, I know that I can win with God on my side. Tell tells Joshua, man, be strong, be brave, man. Be strong, be brave. He said, you will be a successful leader for my people, but you got to be strong. You got to be brave. Then he comes back in verse 7 and said, the only thing you need to be is strong and courageous. Be strong, be brave. Be strong, be courageous. Next slide. And then he comes back, and it seemed like Joshua was still kind of on the fence, because Joshua saw how Moses led the people. And the reason why Moses had such a hard problem leading the people is because the people didn't want to be led. They wanted to be drugged. Can I free somebody real quick? We're on the time clock now. Yeah, we're on the time clock now. It's getting late in the evening. As Reverend Father say, it's getting late in the evening. And the sun going down. We on the time clock now. If they want to go with you, let them come with you. But if you got to drag them and baby them and keep on telling them why it's good for them to come, leave them where they are.
Speak, man.
Because you can come with me now and you can be a partner on the firm.
Right.
Or you can wait and I can give you a job in the mailroom. But it's either one you want. If you come with me now, you will qualify to be with me where I end. But if I have to come back and get you, I can only give you the job that you qualify for. Man, I'm preaching good in here. Verse 9 say, yes, be courageous, be bold, and be strong. Banish fear and doubt. Banish it. Get it away from here. Excommunicate yourself from it. And remember, the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Touch that person next to you, because, man, they thought that it had something to do with them. Touch them. Man, if they sleep, paint them. Now, if you were sleeping, they pinched you. Don't be hitting nobody in here. You shouldn't have went to sleep in the first place. Now tell them real quick, God is with you. Wherever you go. But now look at him in their face and tell them this. He is with you, in your going. God is not obligated to come and sit and keep you company in your room. But his words say wherever you go, I'm already there. I'm on you, on your side, and I am in front of you. Let me give you this point, because this is huge, man. I saw this. Be present. Some of us are not living our best lives because some of us are too far in the past. And some of us are too far in the future. It's some of y'all right now that's not even here. I can see your face. For real. Like, you the one got up this morning and got dressed to come here. And then you get here and you somewhere else. And brothers, it ain't even football season. Where you at? I know y'all don't like baseball like that. Ain't nobody in here checking to see what the Astros score is. There was a scene in the movie where Walter and Sean are together, and Sean is about to take a picture, right? But he hesitates to take the picture. And so then Walter asks him, man, what are you waiting on? When you gonna take the picture? And Sean say, man, sometime I don't. If I like a moment for me personally, I don't like to have the distraction of the camera. I just want to stay in the moment. Yeah. Man, some of us are missing some amazing moments. I know I do. I do. Man, sometime, man, Adonis and Jalen be talking to me. I'm like, yeah, all right. Adonis walking down with his key. Where you going? I just told you where I was going. No, hold on. Okay, you got my attention. Now tell me again what you talking. Don't act like I'm the only parent that be doing that. Oh, no. You didn't tell me you was going now. Go. You just said yes. No, I changed. Thank you. I changed my mind. That's a mother that's been on the banner for a long time. She gave you young mothers some ammunition to use. I got to stay in the moment because there's something amazing about this moment. Touch your neighbor and say something amazing about this moment. Don't miss 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 this moment. If somebody walked through those doors, today is July 28th. Y'all already in here today wondering how you going to get rent money on the 1st. It's still 3 days away. Why are you way over there? Come back over here. 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 It's July 28th. Somebody is in July 28, 2017. Why you way over there? Come back over here. Come back over here. Come back over here. How do I get into my present state? Look at what Isaiah said. But the Lord said, do not cling to events of the past or dwell on what happened long ago. Cling. Wherever I go. Just everywhere I go, it's just Linus from the Peanuts. You grown, but you got your blankie with you. And your blankie is holding you down. Do not cling. I can't even get anything new in my hand because that old stuff is still there. I can't even let it go. I can't shake a new person's hand and give them an opportunity to develop a relationship with me because I'm holding on to the last joker that looked me in my face and lied to me. Everybody you meet is not trying to stab you in your back. And if you think everybody you meet trying to stab you in your back, quit giving them knives. What does that mean, Pastor Jay? Stop telling everybody you meet within a week all your business. I just handed you a knife. You haven't even proven that you are worthy of knowing who I am. Some of you all have given too many temporary people permanent information. So when they leave you, they leaving with all of you. Oh, no. Only thing you're going to get from me is, well, work in my Cash App. You can have them too. Remember that. And he say, don't dwell on what happened long ago. Dwell, reside, live. That's what dwell means. I'm going to try this again for the second service. How many of you all had an address before and you moved and now you got a new address? Okay, all right. Man, my first service, boy, they was, what is he talking about? Finger, this address thing, what is he? It's simple. You didn't go through all of that trying to find a new house, find a new apartment, getting all your stuff together, moving out, and going to the new place of residence just to keep the same address. You did a change of address form, right? Because when you moved, you want your mail to come to you. You're not going to be moving. What happened if the Lord upgrades you? You stayed in Acres Home. Nothing wrong with Acres Home. Nothing wrong with Acres Home. But the Lord moved you on up. Like Georgia, you moved on up. You stay way on the other side, where them folks at, where they drink their tea and you don't want to have to drive to Acres Home every day to check your mail, right? You change your address. Can I ask you a question? If you say you've moved from that, why are you still addressing stuff? I'm not there no more. This is going to give some of y'all an opportunity to sleep. Somebody call you with that foolishness. Oh, baby, I moved. Girl, let me tell you what no, I'm not addressing that no more. I've moved. You should move too. I've moved. There's so much beauty over here. I've moved. I've moved. And it's not just about yesterday, but it's also about tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow. It will take care of itself. Look at what Jesus said. You got enough to worry about today. Somebody gonna go in here after all this good praise and worship and all this good preaching I'm doing, and y'all gonna come to fisticuffs in the car. Fisticuffs. What you want to eat today, baby? I don't know. Let's go get some chicken. I don't want no chicken. All right, baby, we ain't got to go get no chicken. Man, I was taking some pasta. I don't want no pasta. So what you want? I don't know. All right, you know what? I'm pulling the car over. We not moving until we figure out where we go. Yeah, don't worry about tomorrow because you got to worry about what you're going to eat tonight. This is point number 4. Am I helping you? I hope these things get you close to living your best life. Believe you can do it. Believe you can do it. Believe you can do it. And I have it capitalized because I don't know what your it is. Your it is different from my it. Your it may be to get a house, or your it may be to start your own company. Your it may be to go back to school. Your it may be to get your children through school. Your it may be to bring peace and harmony back in your house because your relationship is kind of tense right now. Whatever your it is, the first step is believing that you can do it. Walter had a hard problem when he first started because he kept doubting himself. He was fighting himself. He had left his mom. He had left his sister. He had left his office. He had left those that were around him that poked fun at him. And the only person that was staring at the mirror was him. But he realized that he was his greatest enemy because opportunity was there, but he could not believe it for himself. Believe you can do it. Look at what this scripture said. Paul said this, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. This is the King James Version. The Good News Translation say, I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me. All right. Let's keep it one more time. The NIV version say, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. 3 different translations of the same scripture, but you know all of them have 3 things in common. I can do. Those of y'all that's on Facebook, do me a favor real quick. Check into the Word Church, but I want your post to be I can do. And I want you to draw a line up under there. Put like some little lines under the bottom, you know. I said draw. I know you can't actually draw, but put some little lines up under there. And you know what I want you to do? Is I want you to go back in your quiet time, because some of you all, now you still thinking about some things that you have been fearful of doing. God. That you know you should be doing by now. That you have gotten everybody else's opinion and God's, and then told God, all right, God, I'm going to have to pray about that. He answered the prayer, and now you're like, okay, God, let me pray about it. I'm telling you now, I can do. That's your caption, I can do, but then draw a line, because I want you to go back and I want you to really think, and I want you to put back in there what that can do is. Yes. I can do. And when you start believing that you can do, let me tell you something, you are already there. It's already done. It's already done. This is my last point as you type. Live. Can I ask you to do something for you? This ain't for your neighbor. I want you to do this for you. Can you give yourself permission to live? I'm not talking about permission to pay bills. Because, man, life is more than paying bills and sitting in traffic and stapling papers and going to meetings, making groceries, getting your hair done. Man, there's so much more to life than that. Because some of us do all of that on a weekly basis and we still not living. Live. We're done. I want you to inhale real deep. And I want you to exhale. I want you to inhale this time. Inhale deep. I want you to inhale possibility. And I want you to exhale fear, doubt. It's out of me. I want to live. This scripture said the robber, the thief, the devil, Satan, comes only to steal, kill, and to destroy. But Jesus said, I came so they might have life. King James Version saying, have it more abundantly. The New Life Version says, and have a great full life. I like that. No, I got a word for everything. His phone just came out of nowhere and said, I don't know how to respond to that. And the devil is going to try to get you tonight because you're going to chew on this word a little bit. Those that this word is really speaking to you, those of y'all just came to church, it's going to be on, something else going to be on your mind. But somebody's going to go back home and really ask yourself, man, why haven't I been living? And it's going to be something in your flesh that's going to try to make you feel like you don't know how to respond to the challenge of being you. That you don't know how to respond to the challenge of living up to all God has put inside of you. Do you think you went through all of that hell just to get here now and live half of your life? I don't know your personal story. I don't know what you've been through. But if I give you the mic, some of y'all ain't been through nothing. You're going through it right now. But you're going through it with a smile.
Wow. What an amazing experience we just had at the Word Church. I'm so excited that God has allowed us the opportunity to bring the Word to you wherever you are. We have people that watch us all across the globe, and I'm thankful that we have come to you. I'm asking you to do one of three things. The first thing that I want you to do is share this message with somebody else. We never know. The people that we are in contact with may be one word away from their life shifting. Share it with them today. This could be the word that saves their life. The second thing that I want you to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure that the next time that a word comes from the Word Church, you're the first to know. And lastly, if you're in the city of Houston or surrounding areas, make sure to visit us at TWC. It is an experience that you have to experience yourself to believe it. All right. Well, I pray that the word of God that you heard today blesses you beyond measure. Take this with you, apply it in your life, and be all that God has called you to be. God bless you.